nani mai ko kino he ki imili mili Liliʻu noho nani mai ko kino he ki imili mili
Aloha everyone. I know you're all waiting for it to begin, right? Let's all open with a pule of prayer. Okay? Makakaro. E pule kako. E Jehovah he molele ke a koe i kahiko ia ka nani, ka ihi a me ka hano. Ke ho'o mai ka i ke hosana ke mililani, a ho'oho aku nei mā kou ia oe. E aloha mai oi i kaupo e kaua i a kua mai nei. A e launa pu mai kou uhane he molele me mākou pakahi a pau. Amen. Our dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this beautiful day that you have blessed us with, Father. And as we're here celebrating, Father, a very, very special event here, Father, I ask your blessings upon it, Father, and upon all who have gathered here today, Father, as we are here celebrating, as well as when we're all done, Father, I ask that you take us home safely. Give us all traveling mercy all the way home. Mahalo nui loia oe e kia kua mana loa, I loko ka inoa ko keiki hiwa o Yesu Christo. Thank you very much, Heavenly Father, in the name of your Son, Jesus. Mahalo nui loa. Amen. Amen. Aloha.
Aloha.
Mahalo, Reverend Leifi, for blessing our program, that we may begin to honor our Queen, our wahine mo'i, o Queen Liliʻuokalani this day. I want to thank everybody for coming to share in our makana aloha no oko, our gift for you, because today is more of a learning experience that we share with you to understand our Queen and her life. And that's what we wanted to share with you. Next week you come and le'a, have lots and lots of fun. But we will begin our program with the Queen's koʻihonua, chanted genealogy of our Queen by Noʻeau Kalima. Aloha.
Kanu ke kuo kalamai kala e puka mai ko poʻito. Kauai i ka hao ka mo. Kahu Leifi Hao mai kai kena no ke ola. Heia nā mea i kai. Nā Lima he lawe aku i te ulu o Kalima. A hula mau nā oi me ka pono wako e. Kanei kai lani ke kāne, o kea lani wahine ka wahine. Noho pulawa a hānau ia. O ka lani kaulele ia iwi, he wahine. O lono i ka haupu ke kāne, o ka lani kaulele ia iwi, he wahine. Noho pulawa a hānau ia, o ke awe poi he kāne. O ke awe poi ke kāne, o ka noena ka wahine. Noho pulawa a hānau ia, o ka maʻi moku ke kāne. O ka maʻi moku ke kāne, o ka makahei kulinui ka wahine. Noho pulawa a hānau ia, o ke pōkalani he kāne. O ke pōkalani ke kāne, o ke oho hiwa ka wahine. Noho pulawa a hānau ia, o aikanaka he kāne. O ke pōkalani ke kāne, o Kamakaʻeha ka wahine. Noho pulawa a hānau ia, o pio he kāne. O aikanaka ke kāne, ka moko iki ka wahine. Noho pulawa a hānau ia, o ana lea, ke ho kālole he wahine. O pio ke kāne, ka moko iki ka wahine. Noho pulawa a hānau ia o kaisea ka pākea he kāne. O ka pākea ke kāne o ke oho kālole ka wahine. Noho pulawa a hānau ia o Lydia, Liliʻu, Loloku, Walania, Wewehi, Kamakaʻeha he wahine. Ola ka mō I wahine o ke ali'i. Nona, ke aloha no kona lāhui Hawaii.
And so we begin our program honoring our Queen by the recitation of her genealogy as we share with you
her moʻokuʻau hau of her birth. We mahalo na I Lima, Noʻeau, Kalima, Kalamaiya. Mahalo, everybody a hand. We're so proud of our Opio to carry on our traditions to honor our queen. And now we'd like to introduce our next guest, esteemed Kumu Hula and Master ʻIwalani Kalima, as she brings forth her Hālau to share with you her story about our Queen's Hula. Proper protocol of our haumāna hula. Before they begin, they honor our queen by giving their Hālau hoʻokupu to our queen and her memory. Mahalo.
We would like to dedicate this to Liliʻuokalani as it was given to her when she became the queen. This hula kahiko, Liliʻu, was dedicated to her on the time of her throne, describing her beauty of her body, and to honor her, Lydia Kamakaʻeha, Liliʻuokalani. Liliʻu noho nani mai, kokino ki I mili mili. Liliʻu noho nani mai, kokino ki I mili mili. Haumāna no one, haumāna ke ʻuwuna. Kamakaʻeha no one, haumāna ke ʻuwuna. Hoʻoiwi ni te ai, hoʻoli nahe vale. Hoʻoiwi ni te ai, hoʻoli nahe vale. Hoʻuli nuʻumoi hoi, hoʻawae ahumai I luna. Hoʻuli nuʻumoi hoi, hoʻawae ahumai I luna. Aina ia mai na kapuana, Liliʻu noho nani mai. Aina ia mai na kapuana, Liliʻu noho nani mai. E o Liliʻu I koʻihonua, pohai ka laulu o Hawaii nei. E o Liliʻu I koʻihonua, pohai ka laulu o Hawaii nei. E ala e ala e. Ai
Mahalo. Everybody, please give an hand welcome to our Kumu Hula, ʻIwalani Kalima, and her Hula Hālau o ko Lima Nani. Mahalo, ʻIwalani, for carrying on our traditions, that we share and honor our queen this day on her 179th birthday. Mahalo nui. It talks about ʻAnapau. Now, if you look in the dictionary, ʻAnapau means frolic, gay, and frisky. So when we say ʻAnapau, we think of frisky, and somehow handed down from our kupuna, they thought of a horseback ride. And in describing the horseback ride, they talk about their ali'i, making love similar to riding a horse. And so we always be light and have fun. And now the Hālau hula haumāna will do their ho'okupu to our queen with a olile. Oh, it's ready for some cleaning and warm. We're gonna have some fun now. Makauko.
Ai, hea kahana ʻAnapau.
He said, what is the work of ʻAnapau Frisky? Got it? Maʻi.
Hea ha.
Hea ha e kahana ʻAnapau la. Ololio e kahana ʻAnapau la. Woo! Hea hea. Hea hea. Hea ha. And he's saying, what is the work of ʻAnapau? Riding the horse is the work of ʻAnapau. Ea, ea, woo! Ea, ea. Ea, ha, e kahana ʻAnapau la. Ho'oleva e kahana ʻAnapau la. Woo! Ea, ea, wee! Ea, ea. And so we're saying, what is the work of ʻAnapau? Swinging and dangling. Woo! Ea, ea, wee! Ea, ea. Ae o e ʻAnapau la. Iluna loa ae ʻAnapau la. Woo! Ea, ea, wee! Ea, ea. Iluna ʻAnapaula, woo! Ea, ea, wee! Ea, ea. And so we said, what is the work of ʻAnapau? She riding low in the saddle, wee-ah! Woo! Ea, ea, wee! Ea, ea. Ea, ha, esa lole ʻAnapaula. Esa lisa, esa lole ʻAnapaula, woo! Ea, ea, wee! Ea, ea. What is the work of ʻAnapau? Oh, at the ending. You know how much they love that silk feeling of the lole. Ea, ea, woo! Ea, ea. Aina ko maʻi ʻAnapaula. Ua pau esa leva ʻAnapaula, woo! Ea, ea, wee! Ea, ea. Aina ko maʻi. And so, we said go. Toya maʻi. Oh, Paul, singing. Ea, ea, wee! Ea, ea, woo!
He mele mai no Lia, Kamakaʻeha, Liliʻuokalani.
Ai, he mele mai no Lydia, Kamakaʻeha, Liliʻuokalani, or Frisky. Maʻi! Hoʻino e ke kapune na aliʻi, e ola mākoa maoloala. Hoʻino e ke kapune na aliʻi, e ola mākoa maoloala. E ala, e ala, e a, a, ie.
He no no hiaki ka pole o pele.
Ai, hei no no hiaki ka pole o pele. Mahalo. So we end the hula kahiko portion of our program. Mahalo tutu.
Okay. Go.
And so Reverend is sharing of the beautiful liko vines of the uplands. Farewell to thee. Welcome to join along with your words. You have the words in your book. This mele is a love song composed by our queen. And she wrote it after a horseback ride when she went with her troops to Waimanalo over the Nuʻuanu cliffs, Pali, and had a wonderful day. Aheo. Majestic is the rain as it glides across the cliffs. Those raindrops sinking perhaps in the forest. And so the queen, when she was on her horseback ride, returning back to her palace from Waimanalo, and she was climbing the hills of Nuʻuanu, she looked back, and one of her guardsmen was saying farewell to his sweetheart of Waimanalo. And so as she watched these lovers part, this is the thought she had. People think it's a farewell song, but to Hawaiians, we never say farewell. We say aloha, ahui ho. We will meet again. Always we'll meet again. Until we meet. Mahalo, Reverend Leifi and Akane, for sharing this rendition of our Queen's life. The Queen composed this song in a happy time of her life. She was filled with love for her people and her lāhui. And so this is a love song she composed watching her people when they say goodbye. The next mele that we would like to share with you was composed by Ellen Prendergast in 1893. And to share that mana'o of this mele and the part of the Queen's life, we have my beautiful hula sister, Dachi Safri, from Auntie Mikey's Hālau Hula o Nā Pua. She was very fortunate because she was able to learn this mele and hula from Auntie Mikey.
Aloha.
Aloha.
It's so nice to look out and see all of you underneath this tree with all this lawn in the hot sun. And this looks like the olden days of the pictures where one gathered under the trees, and especially I remember seeing those where they gathered to pray. And it's brought back fond memories of those times. And to be able to share what was written at a very sad time for our people. But I think for now, it's the happiest time to recall it. Because we are the chosen people. As she expressed in her prayer, which there will be someone to explain that to you. It was the forgiveness and love that she had and could share that with us. And so that as I was blessed to have this song to share with you, it's not a sad song, because what it speaks of is how those from all islands came in support of her. But the real strong, I think, power for all of us today is to know that if one stood for her, openly went in her defense, you could be put in prison or in jail. And so with this upset for the Royal Hawaiian Band, they went to see Mrs. Pendergast, and I asked, because she was a composer, and asked, could you please write a song for us that we could sing of our distaste, but it would have such a lovely tune that they would not know that we are really protesting to what's happening to her. And so this is how Kalana Napua was written. And the words are very powerful, and it's really like today with the activists, if they would be yelling this out, that was really what was in their hearts, even though they sang it with the loveliest melody. And so when I was, and it was just given to me when I got here to this meeting late, what they did not know, and I share with you, is that the home that I was fortunate to buy was owned by her granddaughter. Not a mistake that I stand before you today to say that we are the chosen people, because she prayed, come and save my people. But most important, she said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Come and save my people. So the kauna to this, it really had other meanings. And the first one, and I have to, because there were so many, I had to write all this down. I couldn't remember it all. But I will share this with you. The very first one was called Hele no Kapo'i Aloha Aina. And the meaning of it was a symbol of affection for the people who loved their land. That was the original name of it. And what happened was they lost it. It really was lost. And much later, I don't know, for those of you, you may remember Maddie Lamb, who played music at the Halekulani Hotel. It was Auntie Maddie who was asked to rewrite. So what comes out, originally one did not dance it. You just, actually they only did. But in later years, when Auntie Maddie wrote this beautiful tune now, it was then put to hula. And so I was asked if I would dance it, but my choice was to take it to the original, and instead of doing the hula, to just explain to you the power of this mele. After that name, and this was the only one I knew, it was mele ai pohaku, because in the verse, the last verse, it says, better to eat the rocks than to put your hand to pen and give away and sell the aina. Money meant nothing. It was the aina that was what she spoke of and the people loved. The other name was mele aloha aina, and that came out later because it then became the Patriot song. And that was really when activists started to really use that more with the understanding of the power behind the words and why it was written. And so these are the kinds of things that I can share with you. And I'm so grateful because it really was last minute, but everything for us is last minute and it's the best. And so we have background music, and I'm so grateful for that because that's what brings us together, to have the joy and the fun together. And this is what this is meant to be. It's not meant to be a sad thing. We're here to celebrate her 179th birthday, and it's Kaulana Pua. Yeah, sing it. Famous flowers. The flowers are the people. Hold on and stand fast for your land. For this call has gone out to all of the islands because they want her signature onto this palapala, onto the paper. Panimai, the call went out to all of the islands. And from the island of Hawaii, came. From Maui, ʻIwalani came forth. And Mano from Kauai, here's the call, and Mano comes. And Oahu, kakuʻihonua, he comes. Don't you put your hand onto that paper, because it's not the money. Never is it the money. Hold fast. Better to eat the rocks than hold on to the land. Don't sign, because that mina, to put your hand on this signature. That pohaku, better to eat that. Never sell what is yours, the island. Don't take the money, no matter what they offer you. Eat the rocks, because that is ours. That is our land. Kamakaʻeha, Mahope mako o Liliʻu. Mahope mako o Liliʻu. Awa e ka pono o ka aina. Puno to this land. For my story has been told. story has been told to you and you and you and all of you. Aloha. Aloha love is only for our Aina.
Mahalo, Dachi, mahalo for your sharing of our gift. Tell the story of our queen. A hand for Liliʻu as she shares with you the next mele on your program. Turn to that page. Her imprisonment and longing for home. Aloha, Liliʻu.
Aloha no. On September 4, 1895, the monarch of Hawaii, Lydia, Liliʻu, Loloku, Walania, Wewehi, Kamakaʻeha, who ruled as Liliʻuokalani, was imprisoned in her own palace. She would be held in a small room there for 8 months. One of her very few companions was Evelina Kitty Townsend Wilson, the Queen's protégée and lady-in-waiting. Kitty agreed to share her friend and mentor's imprisonment. Kitty's husband was Charles Burnett Wilson. He had held various posts in the kingdom and struggled to balance loyalty to his sovereign and expediency to the new regime. And so he must participate in the imprisonment of his queen. While imprisoned, Liliʻu was under a news embargo. Her letters were read, her windows were painted over, and her newspapers censored. Here are the Queen's own words. It was the duty of the guards to search whatever was sent to me before delivered into my hands. So the baskets, whether of food, flowers, clothes, or papers, went to them first, and at least at the start, were closely examined. Yet there were some kindly disposed toward me and not overcritical. Every newspaper, however, had to come through the hands of Mr. Wilson, and if he detected anything whatsoever relating to the government, he would take it away, not permitting me to see it. I used to find great comfort in the bits of newspaper that were wrapped around my bouquets, which were brought to me from my own garden at Uluhaimalama. These were generally wrapped in the newspapers, foreign and local. Flowers from home I unwrapped myself, so as to be sure to save these bits of news, which I sought opportunity at intervals to read. There were times when I saw something of such interest that I could not resist the temptation to mention it to my companion, Mrs. Wilson. Then it seemed she would faithfully report all that I had said to her husband, whose custom it was to call every other day for the purpose of ascertaining if there was anything required. At such times, he would withdraw with his wife to the boudoir, where she would repeat to him what had been said by me. By some things she occasionally mentioned, he thought that newspapers had been secretly sent in, but when finally he discovered that they had come as wrapping paper, it made him very angry, and his poor little wife had to suffer for it, even bursting into tears at his sharp reproaches. For this reason, I became quite guarded in what I said to her. The person who brought these bouquets to the Queen was Johnny, the young son of Kitty and Mr. Wilson. Usually, the flowers came from Uluhaimalama, a project that the Queen had organized with her friends as something like a community garden. But one day, Liliʻu noticed that the bouquet included flowers from her own beloved garden at her home, Hoʻokalani. A talented composer, Liliʻu wrote a song, Kuʻupua I Hoʻokalani, as a gift for her young benefactor. Now, Hawaiian people love nane and kauna, riddles and layered meanings, and so she wrote the song in the form of a riddle, asking Johnny to name that special flower among the others. And as I was taught, the mele is also a love song for her people, the many beautiful flowers of her islands. The fragrance is the news of her beloved people, and the gentle breeze which brings that news is young Johnny. My lama mai na pua na Louis ʻiwalani mahalo no Liliʻuokalani Mahalo so much. Mahalo ʻIwalani for your gracious having your nephew help me. Gentle breeze, it walked my name. Oh, Aliʻa, my Hana, sweet and never fading flower. With softest eyes as black as jet, pink cheeks so delicate of hue, gentle breeze, it waft my name. Oh, come to me, Kahu
Mahalo Kumu Hula Liliʻu. Mahalo for sharing our Queen's time where she shared the love of her home. And mahalo to your kane for your background music. Manu, polole? Ai. Mahalo Manu, a hand for Manu. Close. So, the last song that we'd like to share with you, composed by our Queen, Kealoha o Kahaku, or more commonly known as the Queen's Prayer. Now this prayer, it's a pule. We get the Queen's Prayer, the Lord's Prayer, but this Queen's Prayer talks about her life. And my kane to help me play music. And so I wanted to share, and happened to come this way. We just went by dates. And this one was one of the last things that the Queen wrote in our program, that we wanted to share the ha'awina, or the lessons that the Queen wanted to share with her people. So in the Queen's prayer, as my husband played, I will try to translate it so you get the full gist of what the Queen's mana'o, as explained to me by the kupuna. That, you know, when people hurt you, people you trusted hurt you, we're taught you forgive. We're taught to forgive, not for free the person that hurt you. You forgive to free yourself from the hihia that entangles you to that person. So you forgive for you to be free of carrying the pain, the eha, and the hihia, the entanglements. Because when you truly forgive, you have to let go everything, as what they say. You cannot remember and keep count, like 3 times you hurt me, 2 times I hurt you, like that. No, the kupuna says, you forgive so you can be free. You can be free of that. Because that's the only way you will find everlasting peace. When you let go that hihia, you let go that pain. You oki that entanglement to that hurt and that situation. So you do for you. And so I wanted to share our Queen's lesson. Elei mai lau kaula I ke kai ke malama lama o ni hau ua mali a mali e pa kai nuai ke inu mai la ka hala o nau e I ke kai no nau e ka hala no puna kawahine, no kalua, no ikilaue, ai aloha 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 beloved people. Right there, my kingdom. These are your words. That is so sacred. Not at the sins and forgive them, and you will be purified. Koʻunoho mihi ana? And therefore, under your wings. Only then will you find everlasting peace. I want a hand for Miss Katie Cannon. She is the one responsible for all of this. She leads the Friends of the Queen's Garden. She brings all these people together to clean the garden. Without her, nui, hilau rubbish inside our rivers over here. This lady works. And so we're so grateful we have this kahiko in our community to keep this thing going. For 3 years, she has to do this centennial for the Queen. So I'm glad this one is over. Okay, Miss Katie.
Thank you. Mahalo nui to everyone who has come today, but I would like to call forward the kumu who have participated. ʻIwalani, Leifi, mele, and dainty. Come up here. I'm going to get all 5 of you together at one time. Leifi.
You know, these are the gatekeepers. She calls us the gatekeepers. I don't feel like we're gatekeeper, but anyway, that's what she said. So, if not for these people, our opio no can carry on the tradition. So we mahalo their kupuna, because without the kupuna, no more the ike to pass down. So we aloha our kumu, we aloha the kupuna, we aloha everybody. Mahalo.
And I know each other from a long time from Malia, Pukoʻokalani. Dainty, Leifi, all you folks, no go running away. Come back here. Dainty, Leifi, please, please. And she says, I'm in charge. And I'm responsible. Well, not. This community of Hilo so loves this treasured cultural landscape that they have protected and preserved this place for 100 years. And so it is the community of Hilo's love for this place and for our Queen that we celebrate today and for the next 2 years. These folks got dragged into this because today is the Queen's birthday. There's a big party next week. It's going to be wonderful, free family fun all day. But next week isn't the Queen's actual factual birthday. That's today. So Pua came to me and she said, let's get together at the park and we'll sing the Queen's prayer and we'll have some cake. And this is what grew. This is what grew when you put brilliant people together and they said, we need to share the wisdom on this song, on this song, on this song, on this song. Here's the order in which it needs to be. And I said, okay, well, you tell me what goes in which order, and that's what I put. I don't argue. I just say, yes, ma'am. And these people have pulled together this wonderful event today. Leifi, stay here because we do want a picture of all of us together. And then you will bless the Bea Ono. And we can have some cake together and celebrate. Thank you. Who's down here? The mics.
Before we do our closing pule, we want to thank Pepe. Everybody a hand for our sound system man and for ʻIwalani for next week for us. Mahalo. You want to share some wisdom about Pepe? Okay. What lessons we going to talk about him?
I stay scared.
So, thank you for coming and bearing this heat with us. We wanted to share our mana'o about our queen, so you know a little bit more than yesterday about our queen. So take our gifts that we gave you to your heart and pass it down to your kamali'i, so that long live our kupuna up there. Because if they live, we live, and our lāhui prosper.
Mahalo nui loia o kou apau Thank you all for being here today. A wonderful time. Let us pray. E kamakualani ka mea I hana kalani a me kahonua. Ke ho'omai ka ia ho'onani nei mākou ia oe no ke ia lā. No ka ako koana mai mākou apau ke ia lā e ke akua. E haawi mai mākou apau ka ike a me ka na'auau. Nā mea apau mākou I ke ia halawa I ke ia lā e ke akua. Apau ke ia halawai e ke akua ke nonoi ha'aha nei mākou ia oe. Malama a kia I mai mākou apau I ko mākou alahele I ke akua. Yes, Heavenly Father, we ask that you bless the food that we think so we're about to partake in. And Lord God Almighty, bless the hands that have blessed us with it also. Mahalo nui loa. Thank you so much for all who have helped to put this together, Father. Such a beautiful, beautiful event. Mahalo nui loia oe ke hako mana loa. I loko ka inoa ko ke hiwa hiwa o Yesu Christo. Amen. Amen. Mahalo loa. Our kupuna is around us. Feel the makani as they caress you. Mahalo ke akua no nā kupuna apau. Aloha. Don't run away. Day to you.
words of another famous queen, Marie Antoinette, who told her people, let them eat cake. So please go and eat cake and drink lemonade.
This is what's coming up next week.
And peace of mind. Someday I'll be home to say, Hawaiian stand, silently proud. These are the words I want to say out loud. Hawaiian soul, so strong and true. This is my